Hi, everybody.
Hello, good morning, and happy Father's Day to those and grandfather.
And grandfathers who are grandfathers again. Yay.
Yay. Little Laney Joe was born last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. My granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go see her later today, so we're gonna try to cut this off a little earlier today. Okay. A few more questions came in. I'm starring. So yeah, it was kind of funny. I texted my dad.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Father's Day, and he said, "Same to you and grandfather." And it's like so weird.
And great grandfather.
Yeah, right. It's so weird, It just seems like yesterday, I was a father and
Yeah,
not
but
a grandfather.
for you, it's at least age appropriate. Think about Lauren Boebert was a grandmother at 36.
Good point.
Of course, I'm used to that. I've been in Texas. We have a lot of them around here.
Oh, well, Sarah and my granddaughter share a birthday.
Nah,
Nice. Yeah, and then Bobo doesn't even help her son.
no.
He's going through it all himself as far as his legal theories, his legal troubles. Such a good.
He wants to go talk to the judge the way all the Republicans talk to judges.
So you wanted to do a 4x4.
Right. I'm gonna I'm gonna put it on my camera. You
Spirit was asking you to do a 4x4 for the next 4 weeks ahead.
right.
So let's do it.
Okay. This is the first week. This is the second week. This is the third week, and this is the fourth week. And this is interesting because it takes us through the sentencing. So my first week, I have the Palace of Swords, which is means swords are just like swords are. Their information is gonna be a lot of information going awry, but the devil's involved in it. You had this looks a lot like yours, the Page of Wands and the Palace of Cups. There's going to be a lot of heavy duty information heading out this next week, um, and it's not going to be good by any means because look who's sitting in the middle of it all, the devil. What'd you get, Scott?
So yeah, I gave it little info. So I got the 8 of Wands coming up. That's all about news, energy moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Page of Wands too.
Mm-hmm.
Information that's going to be enlightening to us,
Mm-hmm.
and then an Emperor. So this is someone that's been having power over us.
Right.
Um, and not in definitely a good sense. It's very well become someone of higher authority. It could be heavily on 45, and then I have a death card. So something's going to end this week.
Something's changing.
Sure hope it's the immunity case with SCOTUS. I seen
Mm-hmm.
they have a Thursday is the only opinion day I seen on the calendar right now. But yeah, a lot of news, a lot of things in the media. It has to do with the emperor, and then there's an ending.
Okay. You want to read your next week, or you want me to do my next week
You
first?
can do yours, and then I'll.
Okay. We have a Page of Cups. When Pages shows up, it means it's something that's going to get bigger. They grow, and this is about thoughts. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Coins, Eight of Swords reversed, which means someone's be getting out of stuff, and the King of Coins reversed. So what I would read that is this is information that's coming forth, and then it's got to do with money, and someone's going to be being freed from some sort of money obligations or some obligation they have. And the King of Coins is, well, that's Trump, so it's still dumpty trumpty, or could be banks. What'd you get?
Okay. First, I got this deceit card, the Seven of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the little guy always taking some
Yeah.
swords away. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's some deceit, there's some dishonesty going on the week after. The Three of Pentacles. It can be orders. It can be working hard on things. What like that.
Contracts.
Could be contracts. Yeah, settling contracts. And then the Sun. A lot of things coming to light. It's a powerful card.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Knight of Wands. Manifesting energy.
New things coming in.
New things coming in. So it feels like there might be some lies going on, some kind of deceit
Mm-hmm.
in our news or in our lives that we need to open up and say, wait a minute, the sun is coming in, don't fall for it. So it could
Right.
be some spin of what's going on from the week before, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My next week is the world upside down, which means information's coming in, but not as quickly as it could. And the page of coins upside down, justice upside down. And here I've got the Seven of Wands, the seven card you get. That's sort of a false fighting kind of thing that they're trying to put up a barrier, but they're doing it hastily. So whatever hits someone this week is going to hit them pretty hard, and they're going to think it's not very just. What'd you get?
So this would be what, like July 4th week or whatever?
Right.
Yeah. So we got some celebrations going on.
Yeah.
9 of Cups. Justice happening. Something's going to be balanced. There's going to be some good news on the justice front that it's going to make us celebrate. It's solid.
Mm-hmm. It's
strength and temperance.
I like your week better than mine.
It's good flow.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have to wait a little while longer.
Yeah, this is with the world being reversed. It's not complete yet. When world shows right side up, it's done.
Right.
Okay, last week. This is sentencing week.
Yeah.
Oh, Knight of Wands. Someone's getting what they want. There's a 9 of Cups. Their wishes are getting fulfilled. And it's 5 of Cups. They don't get everything they want, and they're crying over spilt milk. And the last one is the Star. So I don't think his sentence is going to look so good for him.
I wouldn't think so with those.
That's a lot of knights.
Mm-hmm.
Knights always mean movements, guys. No matter what's going on, when you get a lot of knights together, they mean movement. So what'd you get?
Yeah, I got a few weeks before there, I got the Knight of Wands too. It's one of my favorite cards. It's got plenty of energy in the universe flowing around and moving. So the first one was the Two of Swords. You got your blind choices. There's some crossroads. There's some things happening that decisions need to be made. The High Priestess. That's always like the soul contracts for me. Things are going to be happening the way they're supposed to be.
Right.
8 of Pentacles. There's some work to be done. This is also my health issue card. But it's mostly about working hard on things. And then the 2 of Pentacles. It's like you need to make some agreements. Things got to flow the way they're supposed to flow with material things. It could be paperwork. So I think things are supposed to happen where they're supposed to be. There's a lot of 2s here coming. 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles.
Yeah. I looked on the back of the deck. It said death. This is about change, transformation.
No. I forgot to look at the back. I already shuffled.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but I don't know why they wanted me to pull this. I don't know why they told me to use this deck. I love this deck. It's beautiful. This page, it's my grandson's birthday was yesterday. He's 12. He just turned 12. When 4 years ago, that's what he looked like, except he didn't wear funny blue hats. But so that's our, we don't do those often. I think they just want us to know it's going to be some real change coming. Real change. I know everybody keeps saying it's in the stars.
14th. I guess the 5th week would be the convention.
Well, that could be that could be this card. Oh, I can't show you because that's not the camera's on now. That could be this card that was the further adventures of.
Yeah, my perfect reading would have been the first week would have been my last week, but that's not how it came out.
The universe didn't give you that. So
no. Okay, what do we got started? You want to go with elementals?
Yeah, Dale, I saw the interview with Tanis Halliwell, I think, well, that's how she says it. And the deal is that when I've dealt with the elementals, they can come into our world and move things around and do all sorts of stuff. The reason they left our world, we used to interact with them regularly, but the reason they left was because of kind of the Industrial Revolution. And when humans got too tied to things, when humans were living off the land or living off of nature or closer to nature, they could feel and sense the elementals. But yes, the elementals can just make things happen. They can change the clothes they have on their body. They can do all that sort of stuff. They're at a vibration that's so much higher than us. That's why we normally can't see them very often, is because our vibrations aren't up there. When I see them, when I'm in, like, I'll see a flash of something go through my office, or my decks will be rearranged, or something I'm looking for will be moved. That's the fairies and elves that come and visit me. Her hierarchy is a little different than mine. When I meet them in their realm, which is where Cecil takes me, when the dragon shows up and says, we're going for a ride. We're going to wherever it is they are. And when I'm in their world, they're all total flesh and blood. They're all different heights, all different sizes, but they're solid, and they talk to you solidly. I've petted a unicorn and stuff. I mean, they're all there. And where they live, they exist within a part of our earth we can't get to unless you're let in. And that's much how you feel when you're there. They can make anything happen that's there. And they are going to be emerging more and more. And as the ley lines will straighten out, and what they call get in harmony on the day before the solstice, which is why my 9 candles are ending on the day before the solstice. And they're going to lock in shape. And they used to not get straight for long periods of time. And in the last, since 2017, they've gotten stronger and stronger. And the ley lines are where the elementals run. That's sort of their super highway around the earth. They can attach to that energy and go anywhere they want. And I've been out visiting the ley line in front of my house every day. And I don't have a way to show you, but next week I'll show it to you guys. I found it's like a neon blue little plant growing out of the ground. And it's not like any plant I've ever seen grow on earth, at least in Texas. We have like green things, like green trees and green leaves and stuff. I was dowsing to find if my ley line had gotten wider. And this was right at the very edge of the ley line. And Hogarth, who is my ley line tree, my special tree, the ley line runs right underneath him, and he's all covered with humps. Come to my shows on Tuesday. We talk about Hogarth. He told me that they put that marker there so I could tell where the end of the ley line was. And so I took pictures of it the first day, and at first I thought it was like a paint chip that had fallen and somehow got stuck in the ground. It's not. It's a little plant. I've gone out there every day for 5 days to taking pictures of it. And it got run over by the lawnmower wheel. It didn't get chopped up, but it's coming back. It's amazing to me. And I don't think. Oops. Oh, I can show you the blue leaf if you'll let this. If I think I can. I'm going to put this in the show, Scott. That's it. That's the color it is. It's growing out of a very dry piece of ground. I mean, the seed shouldn't even grow there, and it's about the size of half of a penny. And it's out there on the ground, and they put it there so that I could see it. So if you let them in and if you agree to see them, I'm going to warn you though, one thing that is weird is they do like to rearrange your stuff, and they're mischievous. It's like inviting a bunch of toddlers in your house. So just warning you that they're spiritually way beyond us. So they just like to have fun.
Yeah, I don't really, like I was telling you, I don't really sense them and see them. I know they're there. I can sense it, but your connection is much greater than mine.
My connection is much greater than anything I ever wanted, and I did not have it for years. And one night, I was woken up by Cecil. And I also might be able to tell you what Cecil looks like. So let's see. Do I still have my Cecil slide? Oh, this is what Hogarth looks like. When I say it's a funny, lumpy, bumpy tree, that's how you can tell a ley line tree, because that squiggly thing you see is the ley line. That tree has so much energy growing underneath it that it grows out these bumps. Otherwise, it's a perfectly fine looking tree once you get up above the baseline of it, but it's covered with those things. But let me see if I can find.
Pretty neat.
Not to make this into the Nancy and her elemental show, but
I hope I don't.
I don't have a picture of Cecil in my stock of pictures. So anyway, that's your lesson on the elementals today, children.
What? Knock Brewing Company screws the repubs up here. Robin Voss threw the book at Kirk Banstead, owner. Why was there a lawsuit or anything? I don't quite get that.
I get why people in Wisconsin are not happy with Republicans.
But Robin Voss, he's a horrible man.
Who?
Robin Voss, he's the House leader in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
He does nothing good. Our governor has vetoed more bills than any other.
Yeah, I know. I saw that in Ballotpedia. I saw the whole list of what all it was, too.
Well, we'll all see it, coming up. I mean, there was all kinds of interviews. The Milwaukee's mayor was on speaking, and it's like, it isn't like makes he was saying it makes little sense for the Republican convention coming here, and and their leader disrespects the city they're coming to.
He doesn't want to come to the convention. He doesn't want to be booed.
Yeah, he probably won't.
I know.
In an article I seen, they were talking about probably having him do a speech or something, Zoom or something on the big screen instead of him actually being there.
Where are we going next, Scott?
Okay. Yeah, there's been talk about someone actually worse than Abbott. Well, thank God we have Governor Evers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
So
they have to find people with standing. They have to find someone who actually claims they were injured by meth.
Mr. Preston, yeah, you need almost like a class action
And
type.
more people have been injured by Tylenol, according to the official records, of what's going on. So they'd have to find that it's going to be a bit of a dance for them to find. You can't find some doctors who say, well, they may have taken it at some point in their lives, and then I'll have to treat them and I'll have to deal with the after effects. You don't see them saying that about Ozempic. Jeez. I don't know. Yeah.
or the little blue pill.
Or the little blue pill. Oh, no, never underestimate their ability to find a way to get things more negative. That's a mistake you make.
Yeah, I was telling Auntie Jean, is like, I think we have a problem trying to tap into the energy of the six horribles.
Mm-hmm.
Because it never seems to come out exactly right.
No, what we saw was we thought what we asked for was the decision, if the decision on immunity would come through. And we saw something important was going to happen on Thursday. We just didn't think it was going to make the only gun safety law we passed in 20 years go away.
Well, actually, it was an executive order, I guess.
Yeah.
They're just going back to the same thing. If they can find a loophole, they're basically saying it's illegal, and they want, basically have Congress get together and pass a law instead of an executive order. So the conservative six are basically saying, we don't want presidents to have executive order power.
Yes, but that's a balance.
But they want the Republican president to have absolute immunity, right?
Right.
That's always seems to be it. And there was something else too. They struck down with executive order power or whatever. But the bad thing is there hasn't been, a strong majority of Democrats to get anything done. It's always been divided government. And yet the Trump administration had, 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
3 branches? Didn't get a thing done except tax cuts.
No, except to pour through a bunch of judges. Judges they had purposefully kept off open seats. There was a bunch of them in Texas, because I know an attorney that was up for one all the way back to Obama, and he never got put on the bench, and he was brilliant, and they just kept that seat open. And our courts here were full to overflowing because we didn't have enough judges. And when the Republicans took over, they just poured them on. And then what happened is, when we got a hold of being able to place the judges, a lot of older judges who'd hung on for dear life retired, and actually Biden's appointed more than Trump has by now. So
I'm looking. I missed Ian's comment, but I'll go back. Is this it? Health inspector this morning just closed down 45s, 3 bars, 2 restaurants at Turnberry.
very good. Yay. News from the front lines. Ian's over there in it. Yay.
Excellent. I wish the investigation would go a little quicker into the money laundering.
Wasn't Doral and the other golf course he has in Florida, wasn't it closed for a while because of bed bugs?
Doral was, yeah, I read that.
Ooh.
God, we're just saying, I don't know if we can read on these people. So, yeah, I guess with Thomas, Harlan Crow actually gave information.
Yeah.
Not everything, but they found out about the last 3 or 4 trips through him that Thomas never reported.
But see, Harlan Crow, I do believe, reported those as business expenses, so it was out of his tax records. Do we want to see how pissed they are?
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to do 3.
Okay.
I mean, they're so arrogant and not caring. You wonder.
They seem to have found their perfect match in their spouses, though.
Yeah, they found the perfect spouses. That's true. Knight of Wands. Well, they ain't really telling me much. They're saying they're getting hit hard with truth. Knight of Wands, my angelic card, and Ace of Swords, the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So the energy is coming at them, and the truth behold.
That's right.
But how is it feeling?
I got that they feel like the Knight of Pentacles. They used to be the guy in charge. As long as they had money, they were okay. But I also got the Ace of Swords. They don't like this truth coming out one bit. And they're having to rethink how they're structuring things.
Yeah, that makes a little sense. I grab a couple more. So I got my danger card with the evaluate decisions. What the heck am I gonna do? We'll just wait this out. But there's a power of the magician over the top of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't control this flow of information anymore now that people have gotten the goods on them. More information is going to keep coming with the Page of Wands.
Mm-hmm.
My Hermit card, making huge mistakes. And Knight of Swords, same thing. Is more investigations. It's going to continue. I'm sure the Senate Dems are going to keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's strongly worded letters or actual subpoenas that get denied, who knows yet? But with those cards there, it doesn't really feel like, their arrogance is going to continue. It's more of a worry.
Yeah.
More of a worry. I'm like, oh, I made a mistake and I'm not going to get out of this. So it ain't going away.
No.
We got an emperor magician that has power over them. So
I got the Three of Cups. They're trying to form new alliances that they think will make them stronger, but the information is just going to keep flowing out no matter what. That's the Eight of Wands. And the end card for them is the Hermit reverse. They can't stay in their own little funny world anymore.
yeah, they can't whitewash this. So
Yep.
it's hitting them. But
How come Clarence Thomas's nephew that Harlan Crow sent to some exclusive private school, he's in prison for what?
yeah, is he in prison?
He's in prison. I saw that this was his interview from prison, and then because I was not in a great place for my cell phone to pick it up, I couldn't get the story. So I apologize to the young man if he's not in prison, but if he is, I hope it's for something that's real.
I did see he basically just sold them too and don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Similar with Mike Johnson's adoptive
Son.
Wants nothing to do with them. He's had problems.
Yeah, he had problems. He knew Mike Johnson. Yes, I don't even need to throw a card on that. And that man manipulates everything that goes on around him. And it's gotten so bad that the monetary exchanges in Russia are going to the yuan, the Chinese
Juan.
the yuan.
Yeah, it's really bad there. I guess supposedly people were lining up quickly to remove all their money they could.
Try and get it in American cash, because that's all they can use when they cross their borders if they get out.
With the new sanctions hitting hard there, it's going to be a struggle in Russia. I don't see it.
Do you know who Malcolm Nance is? He's the guy that wrote the books talking about all this before it even happened, saying the Russians are coming. And on Dragon, that's lovely. And he always says that Russia is nothing but a gas station with a trailer park on top of it. It's all the country is. It's done nothing to really build its resources. And the people there are smart. They just don't get a chance.
He gets something in his mind. It's something related, something that was told to him or something. That's kind of the dementia thing. It only relates in one aspect. So he goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like someone may have told him that electric cars, you can get shock from it.
Mm-hmm.
And he may have seen something on Shark Week or whatever, and he just kind of puts two together and just rambles about a story he makes up. And it's nuts. that's
Well,
a profession. And like any Trump rally, it's a repeat. He'll just repeat the same things and make up stories. This weekend, he was going on and on about the lack of water pressure again. I go into a shower, it just drips, and it's like they're killing our showers, water pressure, and it's stupid brain.
well, when I used to rehab houses, we'd change out bathrooms sometimes, and we'd have people show up and they'd say, "Are you tearing the toilet out? Is it got a real toilet in there, not those little ones Jimmy Carter stuck us with?"
Yeah, it's right.
And I'm like looking at him, it flushes you. We would always tell them we didn't have it. We did have a person that we used to source them to, but
So Wheezy here says heat and drought is really bad in China.
okay.
And the housing market is horrible. They're collapsing.
They don't have enough people. I mean, you'd think with the billions they have, but their one-child policy really screwed up the makeup of the generations and who's there and who can be helpful.
And
Sean,
go ahead.
Sean was here that did the political consulting stuff. He grew up for his teen years till he was almost 30 in Guam, and he has a lot of friends spread all over that part of the world. And they tell him that they're amazed that China's still there because
Wow.
things are so bad in there. Yeah.
And let alone who knows the actual coronavirus death there either, because they never reported the actuals.
No, they just locked him up in an apartment with barbed wires and threw food over the wall.
Aging population.
Mm-hmm.
Good point, Joe G.
What?
He's having nightmares of getting locked up, and it comes back with sharks and stormy weather and bad experiences and being electrocuted.
Yeah, and they're closing beaches around Mar-a-Lago for sharks. So, big topic if you live there.
Okay, famine coming in China.
I get yes and no. They're going to get help from someone. Someone's going to come in and try to help them. But the trade of his office is going to be they're going to lose some control. But they're trying to play the big father figure, and we can take care of you. But I don't think the people are fooled. I think the people don't believe them.
I do think there is struggles for the immediate term, but it feels like for me that like a late season is going to come. So like we're going to see a drought and trouble for quite a while, but then all of a sudden they start getting rain. So there might be a late season quick planning thing or something. Because I have my Sun card, Light Tower, and 5 of coins. A lot of loss and finances. So it's like, so a lot of sun. This is like heat wave, disasters coming, financial hardship. But then we turn it around with Mother Earth card of Queen of Coins, the Hermit, and then Knight of Cups. So with these three together, it feels like, good things come later. So there's going to be a struggle for a while. So it doesn't feel like it's continual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they're going to start getting some rains and later, like August, September, you know, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's help coming, but it's going to be a struggle.
Is it really hot up by you in Wisconsin right now?
Not yet, but it's going to be mid-90s all week.
Yeah, because my hometown, I get a little newsletter from there. It's just south of Chicago. It's going to be 105 this weekend. That's unbelievable.
This weekend? Holy crap. Last I seen mid-90s all week. It could have changed.
But they're also in cicada land, where all the cicadas are coming out from two different strains, the 17-year locust and the 13-year.
Well, I'm, 2 hours?
North.
2 hours northwest of Chicago area, so.
Mm-hmm.
Wheezy. Dengue fever used to be common south of the Yangtze River. Now it occurs north of the Illa River. I think Chinese media lies about everything. Everything's great, yeah. Jersey Shore has been a perfect 72. Keep coming.
Thank you, Earth Mama.
Okay.
Keep imagining we're with you.
Yeah. More about Alito. In the recording, why did Samuel Alito's wife bring up the fact that she's German? Power. Yeah.
She's Catholic. She's Catholic, and there's it's no accident that a bunch of Nazis ended up in Argentina, which had a strong Catholic.
Yeah, it's all about power trip. Possible with the Germans and the Nazis, the power they can have over people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that would lead into racism and not respect for all people. Hence why she talked about the pride flag and everything.
No, I asked if the stuff came from being a Nazi, and it said no, it came from being a Catholic. All that they just assumed all the worst characteristics.
I got something to do with her heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Her family. It could be a lot about how she brought up. Not wanting to be poor. She wants to be a subsistent one. So I got the 10 of coins. That's my
family wealth.
Family ancestor card. The family card's more than 10 of cups, but the 10 of coins is more about your DNA, your ancestors. Fear of being broke, desolate, wants to be empowered. She wants to be the queen of coins.
Mm-hmm. She had a hard struggle when she was young. Her family wasn't that wealthy, and she likes her money, and there's never going to be enough. And she doesn't know how to earn her own, so she just has to kind of generate it. This is her heart and her mind arguing. This is the only upright card. She never makes a real decision, and she hasn't grown up from the child that she started out as. She's never developed a mature point of view.
So sad to sit around the kitchen table and rage about other people's lives and how you can destroy them.
Well, it's like, did they march through your kitchen and make you be poor? No. She reminded me when I saw her talking. I grew up as I've told you guys before, I'm the poster child for white privilege. And there used to be the ladies who lunched, the ones that used to eat lunch every day at the country club. And she reminded me of those women. And a lot of them, they pissed my mother off because she said, these people didn't have 2 coins to scrape together when they were younger. And now they're just living off what their husband earns, which kind of my mother did, but she worked. And, it's just, she reminded me of the ladies who lunch because they have great privilege. Okay, you want to see if that's going to work?
Fannie filed for a motion to reconsider the appeals court in Georgia. Okay. So the question is the motion to vacate that appeal in the Georgia court and let it continue. My mind says no.
I'm going to read my cards. My mind, actually, her appeal is very valid. There's
It is.
no thing. There's no argument for them to appeal to. But
Ridiculous. They even took it and said, "Oh, we'll do it in October."
But your heart's right, Scott. They're not going to come back. We got no. Even though the sun's there, it's a good idea, but it's still a no. It's still a no. It's still a no. And eventually they'll let it go just in time that they can't do anything with it before the election. So
First three cards: 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords.
yeah, that's enough.
Those are no's.
Those are no's.
5 of Clubs is that loss. Remember? That's the Fox News terror reader.
Oh yes.
Came up with that card for 45 coming up.
I have that tape stored away in my things to stick in shows when I want to laugh at something.
No, someone said they're all deep conservatives on that court appealed to.
Mm-hmm.
All Trump Republican types. Doesn't look good. And I thought Joe had another one. Oh, Jack. Jack Smith. File to the 11th Circuit on Cannon's paper order to strike sections of the indictment.
Yep. What she wants to strike is those 2 women that were in the office that saw him waving around that paperwork. Both of those women have been hired by the Trump campaign. And la-di-da, one of them is making 4 times what she made in her previous job. That's not obstruction.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they already have their statements, so they can seal them up and try to keep them out of courthouse.
That's the plan, Joe G. If you got the money to do it and file, thanks to 45's donors, that will happen. No more person will have to have a court-appointed lawyer and take it.
I think it's going to work. I think he's been feeling a little despondent, but he's not going to hang around like the hangman anymore. But these are 3. This is 2 and this is 1, and these are yeses. This shows getting something out of jail, which I would say is this whole trying to move it beyond her and trying to get rid of the petty bickering. And this is the end. When the 10 of Swords is upside down, it's the end. I think he's going to try to do it.
Okay. In the past position, I have my magician, my creator. This is magician and emperor.
Mm-hmm.
I combine those 2. So Jack Smith has the upper hand. The Hierophant, my farm card.
Mm-hmm.
The government has the upper hand. But they've been taken, but that's associated with the 5 of Wands. So they're just taking it as they go, take the argument. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to be the obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, we have orders, King of Cups, and the Moon. I think there's things already drafted and prepared in case to go to 11th Circuit. So they aren't taking this lie down. They're not going to take it. You know, they just got to go with the flow, but there are things already prepared, probably like they're 3 steps ahead of Cannon. That kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, something will happen. Ace of Wands taking action, Page of Wands, new orders, and the Sun. Clarity, hope, success. So at some point, I think she's getting overturned. It just depends how bad she does it. I have no sense of when, where.
Mhm.
Bomb a deck, ace of coins. That's all about prosperity, security, good health, things going well. So it's just a matter of how to get that obstruction. I think it's ready to roll, but I'm not sure. I'm just not getting a sense of it's on that strike. But something's ready to roll.
He's been waiting for something to show up on paper. That's what he's been waiting for.
Yeah, but that was in the. This was all about Bedminster, right?
No, yes, because that's where those women heard
That's
him.
what they were shown. So in the sense, it's tackling that needed for Florida. I did see others, prosecutors saying like, just indict him in Bedminster in Jersey, because it happened in Jersey. So yeah, something's gonna happen. He's ready. He's ready to roll on something. Oh yeah, Wisconsin has Democrat field losses plastered.
Mm-hmm.
Our campaign has hardly any, except in red areas. I drive every Thursday, I think. I drive by a Republican building. It always seems to be empty, though. I don't see any cars around. But the Dems have a lot of groundwork.
They got a lot of groundwork, but they have the money to do it this time.
Supposedly, an outing with Barack Obama and Jimmy Kimmel. Supposedly, the Biden campaign.
It was last night.
Brought in like 28 million.
Yeah, it was last night in California.
Was it last night already? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's been on the move.
That's right.
Byron Donald's. What? He's before we came on. He was on Fox News again. Yapping lies.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a bad dude. You know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida. He's got his own criminal record for back in 08 or something. Now he's now he's a representative. Oh, let's see what cards say about his future.
Oh.
He's probably in a very red district.
I don't have my clown cards, so I'll use my minimal cards.
All signs point to Florida being in play for Democrats.
Oh, yeah.
Roe v. Wade's on the ticket.
What they lost $12 billion in crops because of their not allowing the workers that they could have gotten.
Yeah, the immigrant bill.
And he just settled with Disney, and Disney got everything they wanted and more.
DeSatan lost against Disney. DeSatan lost the fight in the courts about his trying to hide what he does. From open records law, whatever. He signed a bill to hide all transactions and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He lost there too.
Well, I got that bad information is coming towards this guy, Brian Donald, that he's going to become more and more isolated, that the truth's going to get him, and things he's tried to hide, he won't be able to hide, and he thinks he's the King of Cups, but he's reversed. He's not going anywhere. So I think the most telling card in this reading is the hermit being isolated.
I think a lot of these pandering, lying Republicans in this current spotlight
Mm-hmm.
are in for a rude awakening. Because there's going to be a time here coming up shortly that the Mad King is going to be going away.
Mm-hmm.
King of Coins, the Tower, Ace of Coins. Their
Mm-hmm.
financial success, whatever they're going on, associated with Donald, is going to come a complete failure. And it's coming soon. So I don't think they know what's going on. They think this is what they're doing is all that bright and curious because they're going to come into a reality check soon.
Mm-hmm.
So my ending is Page of Swords. Page of Swords, 7 of Wands, and 10 of Coins. Kind of a weird ending here. Page of Swords to some kind of news, and there's some kind of rough movement with 7 of Wands. But there's a balancing act here coming for him.
Mm-hmm.
What I think that means is that with the Tower on 45 coming, they're just going to redirect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not seeing a loss big for him this year. So it's like everything he was saying before and all the ring kissing is going to be a failure, but it feels like a redirection. So he may actually win like in November or whatever, but it's going to be a downfall for all of them. When you stick your head and you stick everything into a mad king of lies, eventually it's going to catch up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
when Trump falls, they're all going to just crater.
It's going to be a tough road.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how fast they're running to the feds to swing a deal for themselves and selling everybody else out.
Pretty much.
Well, when Nixon went down and all of his little guys in suits got caught, I was talking with a friend of mine, and we grew up just outside Chicago, and we had friends whose family were of Italian origin and had unfortunate former family business connections. And we knew, when you're little kids, you talk about things you're not supposed to talk about. We'd hear about what it was like to be like when Uncle Guido would come visit, nobody could go visit your friend at their house that day because nobody was supposed to see Uncle Guido. It's that kind of thing. And the thing is that they hung tough, though. You could almost tear their fingernails out. And once they were old enough to understand, they wouldn't talk about it. But you look at all these pretty boys that went to college and have never faced real adversity and don't have that whole family sense behind them. We figured as soon as they got close enough to him with Nixon, they'd fold like a house of cards. And that's exactly what happened. They couldn't wait to sell the other one out fast enough. So
I think people are leaving.
Yep.
They just had that huge flood and they're wondering about how they're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have flood insurance, many left,
Mm-hmm.
stuck with nothing. Florida's a mess.
Yep.
Florida's in real deep. DNC elected a leader that helps the Republicans get into office. Then turn on DeSantis. Yeah, I think that's why I didn't see Nikki Fried winning. There's a somewhat of a bad energy around her that I didn't sense that she was going to be the nominee. Hence why Charlie, whatever, took on to Satan.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen much for her lately. I mean, every time I have seen any kind of post, she seems to be
Well,
pushing.
her husband's got $1 gazillion and she doesn't need anything. So,
Ah,
and I don't think all of his money was gotten sort of legally.
Nikki Fried's husband.
Yeah.
Ah, lovely. Okay, we did that. We did that. And then we did that. Okay, this is the last starred one. We made it take a drug test. I'm wondering about that too.
Okay.
So, they did the old Zoom thing.
Mm-hmm. Can you Zoom a drug test?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't.
I don't think that happens. We got an actual conviction now. I don't think any privileges really come off the table.
Mm-mm.
So,
Well, they let him have his lawyer in the room with him. All those good a job as his lawyer did in that trial. I don't know how much help that was. But,
probably try to keep him on track. Oh,
Maybe
don't say that.
he was his little lioness blanket.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking of will 485 have
A drug test. That's what I mean.
just privileges of a normal up to, the sentencing.
They're going to make him take a drug test.
Good news.
Mm-hmm. He's trying like hell to avoid it because he thinks it's
course.
his downfall. He's got him holding for the moment, but I got this little guy and he's holding his little test tubes and everything, checking things out. So I think he's going to have to. And it may be when they sentence him in New York.
I see it happening too. I think it was discussed because I got in the past. So I got a Queen of Swords, and supposedly his probation hearing was with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Truth and the Page of Coins. So I think in that meeting, it's like we need to schedule the rest of this. So I think it's been discussed. So here we got Knight of Cups, which is travel over water. It's all can be proposals, things. And then the Ten of Wands is heavily burdened, and I think he's going to try to lie about this, that, and other thing, so he doesn't have to. In the end, Chariot, flying, Five of Coins, having to take the tests, and the Ten of Coins is giving up your goods. So yeah, I think he's going to have to.
Couldn't happen to a nicer man.
Yes. This time, I don't feel like he's going to get away with anything. This is the real process. This isn't the, okay, you've been indicted, but we'll just let you go on your way.
Okay, follow up, please, on Jack Smith filing on him in New Jersey.
Okay. Is there a plan at the special counsel indicting in Jersey with Bedminster? My initial feelings is no, because they don't have enough proof.
No, that's.
I mean, they have the tapes and stuff, but they need more collaboration.
Yes, they can. Well, they've broken a couple people that were close to him. One of the guys that helped move the stuff to New Jersey.
I mean, everything's there. They have, there's video of him moving boxes into the plane going there. They have stuff on videotape.
Going to file by the end of summer.
Oh, it could be more information needed yet that I'm sending.
This is putting someone in jail, and this is trying to get away from the fight. And I think they've been so busy with Florida, but they may have more control over court in New Jersey. And they may eventually link the two, but it's this summer.
Oh.
And summer starts on Wednesday. That's when the solstice is.
July 20. Okay. I think in the past year, I think this has been part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's always there. So I got my Hierophant card, Ace of Swords, and the Nine of Coins. So that's kind of like bringing in the information, the testimonies, putting everything together. The Hierophant would be his organization, special counsel doing the work. Then I do have the Knight of Swords. That's all about the investigations to me. Page of Coins, new revelations, and things have come to light. In the end, I think there is something there, but there's some kind of restriction. I'm not sure what it is. So we got public service, 3, 4 wands, community, then the Eight of Swords. You know, that's being restricted, blind actions. There's some isolation here. And we're talking about Jack Smith, not 45.
Yeah.
And then the Hermit. The Hermit is kind of like looking at what's going on. There may have been some mistakes made. There's a problem. I can't figure out what it is. But it's like, I think it's in the process, been investigated, but there's a problem. The Eight of Swords is giving me a problem. It just feels like there's something that needs to be shored up, some kind of testimony, action, maybe another raid need to be done, something to corroborate that either there's documents there. There may not just be quite enough proof yet. That's what I sense. Or they're waiting on something. Maybe they're waiting on, you know, what the sentencing is in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just don't get this sense that, like, boom, it's going to happen. They're working yet, though, that's for sure. File a change of venue.
Can't.
I don't think so.
That's how he ended up with her in the first place.
You can always bring indictments elsewhere if the evidence is there.
But Mar-a-Lago's where he put his last judge when he wasn't even still president, really.
I am too, Karen. I think Jack is hitting his team are ready for everything. Just remember. Oh, you know what they're waiting for? Immunity.
Yeah.
They're just waiting to find out what this immunity crap is going to be, what they're dealing with. That's why we're getting it. We're waiting on everything until we can get an immunity decided by SCOTUS, the corrupt six. Okay. What about mental? I think everything has to be done.
Yep.
Everything with the probation process has to be done. Mental, piss test, everything. You can only do so much over Zoom. When is the full moon?
It's June 21st. I just looked it up on my moon calendar.
Oh, just after the longest day.
Right.
Right after the solstice. All right. Next 20th and 21st, that would be a couple good days.
Mm-hmm.
Or tenseful, one of the two. I think that's what 45 is really afraid about being exposed.
Well,
freaking about everything about.
Yeah, because those sorts of tests are handed over to the judge, but you know, and he, of course, if they got a hold of it about anybody else, they'd use it like crazy. They don't understand that there are some things that are confidential unless they're using it as part of their how they decide your punishment.
To me, it feels like it's got to get organized prior to the 14th or 11th. Because, like you said, Marshawn's got to take everything into,
Mm-hmm.
into the process and not treat him like a, two-tiered system president. It feels like it's going to happen. All those tests and the piss test and everything and drug tests. This is a different scenario than he's been convicted. No matter what the MAGA says, he's in trouble.
He's not a victim. He didn't have to lie. And, everybody being all bent and twisted because they don't hear every single day what Jack Smith's doing. We didn't listen. We didn't know what Alvin Bragg was up to. And people badmouth that man so bad. And he put together an airtight case. So,
music mansion. They're technically not bringing back the draft. It's just an easier. They want an easier way to, because we always had to do the selective service thing. Sign up that we're 18 to.
do they make both males and females sign up at 18 now?
I'm not sure. I don't know the rule.
It's so far behind me. And when I was 18, I didn't have to, but all the guys I knew did.
It's not a draft. It's just a form you file or whatever, but everyone's supposed to do it. They just want to make it easier. But this current bill they put in there has so much anti-trans and anti-LGBTQ stuff in it, it'll never fly in the Senate, what they just passed in the House. The rest of it ain't bad because it had the funding for the military and everything for the next year. Giving raises to them and what they're going to be making, whether it's another Navy ship or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it had so much junk in it. Schumer said he's not even bringing it up.
People are saying that at the post office you can get a postcard to send in if you're 18 years old and male. So they're not looking for the goyles.
I think that's what it is. But most people don't do it or even know about it. So then they try to find people and figure it out. They just want to make the process easier.
Oh, I bought stamps yesterday. I bought a roll of stamps because they're going from 68 cents to 75 cents per stamp on the 1st of July.
Mm.
And the last roll of stamps we had, we couldn't even remember when we bought them because they're forever stamps. So we figured this gets us covered for a while. I don't mail a lot of stuff.
Yeah. 45 is dementia speaking the whole time yesterday. It was literally.
Hi, Angela. Angela just posted a bunch of emojis.
Hey, Angela. Oil painter. Anna says, big shift coming when the sun gets to Cancer, opposite the full moon, and Venus, Mercury in Cancer. Good. Karen. Man, woman, person, TV camera.
Yes. Karen Louise wins the award.
Go straight to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Marky Meadows. This is probably going to be the last one. I got to go see my kiddos.
Yeah, I got to go see my grandkids. They're up here, so I'm going to go see them for lunch.
Mark Meadows. Oh, which deck is calling me for Meadows? Mark Meadows.
Rose Blue, I can remember 9-cent stamps. Thank you very much.
Well, technically, that's the way it should be, Mary. You have a driver's license, you're male, you're in the selective service. But recruitment is way down, I guess. Thanks, Andrea. Happy Father's Day to all.
Oh, Mark's going to skate, Scott.
No.
No, look where he sits. He's sitting with the Empress and he's happy right now. He's getting messages and he's trying to avoid them. He's running away from them. And then by winter, he struck a deal with someone to tell all. So he's going to skate because he's going to sell them all out.
He's indicted in multiple places. Georgia, Arizona, Jack Smith. Oh, let's see.
He's just going to sell them all out. And he was so in the middle of everything. It's a one-stop shop. It's like going to Walmart and get everything there. He's the Walmart of Republican politicians.
In the past, I had the anxiety card, nine of swords, ace of wands, and two of swords. So he did the bidding of the dark overlord, anxieties, energies. Oh my God, what do I do with that two of swords?
Mm-hmm.
Then, in the current page of swords, that's new indictments. Magician, trying to wiggle his way out. Seven of Cups. I don't think he's got it all there. Is what he thinks he can do. So now I got a reference to the government moving forward. Ace of Swords telling the truth. Six of Cups of what he did with the government. So that could mean a deal struck with Jack Smith here of some sorts. In the end, I have the Ten of Wands. Heavy burdens upon him. The Fool. He made mistakes. There's open possibilities. And then the High Priestess. Guided by intuition. It's also my karmic card as far as your soul contract. On the bottom, I got the Liar Deceit card. Oh, I'm going to grab one more. Five of Cups, he loses. So he is flipping, but he is going to lose in somewhat respect.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you sell everybody out. They're not going to talk to you for a long time. Maybe that's got karma for a couple lifetimes.
There's karma coming here, but he loses. Five of Cups, he loses. He's got his karma there, but he's going to have some kind of sentence.
Mm-hmm.
But what this is showing is he made a deal with Jack Smith. I would highly doubt.
That's not going to extend into the state, so he might be screwed there.
I think he's screwed in Georgia, Arizona.
Charlene, Dean, I'm giving my grandson his pendulum today and his sister her tarot deck. So right after we leave here.
All the crap he did, being a mastermind and everything.
Yeah, but
I don't believe he's going to get off scot-free.
I hope he gets John Mitchell where he can't ever get out of it. But we're going to pull an oracle card here.
Sure.
Not on Mark Meadows. Thank you.
No. Oops. Yeah, get rid of that.
I do that. You guys have no idea. It's so confusing. You're trying to flip, watch the screen, follow the chat, and read your cards. It's real confusing. By the way, my nine candles is still going on.
Day 6.
Tonight is Sheila. The next night is Mr. Scott. And then the 9th day is Kim Carey.
What was?
Oh, I know. It's okay. It's.
Don't you have 4 more left?
Yeah, I've got You, Nancy C, Nancy Cast, Kim, and
Sheila.
Sheila.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm not 3 days yet.
Yeah, I'll send you.
That would be Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
Tuesday. You're right before Kim. And it's been a lot of fun, except tech support decided they didn't want to. Well, they couldn't be. They can't have any other business on their computer with what they do with the security they have. So I had to learn how to fix my own shows, transfer them over, and I got everybody over just fine except Sheila, and I don't know what I did to her. I had all her audio, but her video was all cut up and funky. It looked like I chopped her video up and threw it across my lawn. So I had to call her again, and we had to do it again. But they've been great fun, and if you've missed what's happened, you can always go back and see it, or you can just start today, and that's fun. Oh, this is so pretty. Our thought for today is beauty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Got a little Buddhist thing and a little river. And our meditation for the week is beauty. And I've quit watching so much news, and I'm really happier. I sleep better at night. Okay, beauty. And when we've pulled this card into our awareness today, it's a reminder that beauty that is within you and it's around you at all times. There is a lot of truth in the old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You will see what you want to see. Now's the time to recognize the beauty that's everywhere around you. And it says, quit rushing through your life and not taking time to smell the roses. Now's the time to not be judgmental, to not let those things wear you down. It's difficult at times to recognize beauty because of prejudice or preconceived ideas, so you've been encouraged to move beyond your old perceptions and see the beauty that's around you. It's beauty. Yay.
Okay, nice. So I have the 8 of coins, the Ace of Swords, and the Release card.
That's seeing beauty.
So what it means is that we're on a constant, continual effort of growth. It takes work. It takes understanding. It takes seeing of everything. The eight of autumn, the 8 of coins is always about continual effort. You're always working on projects. It's a long-term process. Ace of Swords is all about being not being deterred. Challenges happen along the way, but you can seek truth and new ideas may come. Release is all about letting go in the past, releasing the ego. So basically, I think it just feels like it's a continual effort to be the person you want to be and find your enlightenment and find your growth. There you go. Remember to release.
Release. That's what this new moon, this full moon's about. Let it go. And Scott and I are going to let it go so we can go be grandparents.
Yep. Go get cleaned up, changed, look a little better for pictures with the kiddos, and they don't smell.
Ew, Grandpa, what you been doing? Can you imagine if Trump had? He has grandchildren, but I imagine those kids.
I doubt he'll see any.
Well, thank you.
Yep, thank you. A happy Father's Day, everyone.
Nancy Castro is in the chat, and she said, "I'm on 9 Candles tomorrow. Everyone, please come watch. It's at 7 p.m. on my channel."
There you go. And you had Jeffrey on last night.
Yes, we did.
So it's Nancy, Sheila, me, and then
Kim Carey from
Intuitive View. Excellent. All right, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Time to hit the shower. Bye.
See you, everybody.